Hello and welcome to Jump Inside Games. In today's video, we're going to be doing a tour, and what I was originally planning was to do a review video on this game, but I don't think I could cut this video down into a 10-minute review and give it justice. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to be giving you a tour of the entire castle, or at least the rooms that I found out in the entire castle, because I think there are some extra rooms in this castle that I haven't discovered yet, but I think I've got a good basis of where everything is. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. If you haven't played this game yet, then I'm doing this video just to give you a reason to actually get this game, because right now I'm just exploring the train station from which you would enter from if you were arriving at Hogwarts. But if you haven't actually played this game, then I suggest that you pick this up. Because there's going to be a few spoilers in this video where we're going to be showing you things in this castle. So, yeah, if you haven't decided, check this video out. But, like, honestly, if you haven't picked this game up, you should probably pick this game up. Because this castle, this game, this is massive. And I absolutely love every single portion of this video. I mean, generally, this game feels like the best game I've played. I've played over, what, 14 hours of this game already. This is generally one of the best games I've ever played in a while. So, yeah. Also, it's single player. So, no multiplayer. For anyone who's wondering, is this game multiplayer? It is not multiplayer. It is a completely single player game where you literally get to build a character play as a student and explore Hogwarts. Like, you don't really attend classes as you would if you played a game like the game Bully, but yeah, you get what you get. And this game is absolutely phenomenal. So let's continue. Let's explore the castle. Right, see you guys in just a second. Right, so as you can see right now, I'm on my broomstick, and I'm just going to give you a bit of a lengthy tour around the outskirts of the castle on my broomstick, just to kind of give you a size comparison of exactly how big this monster is. If we go around here, we've kind of got like the Quidditch area, as you can see, a bit of the outside area. This is where you do the broomstick flying from your broomstick lessons. That's which I did. That's how I got this broomstick. I did that, and then I had to buy the actual broomstick. Don't ask. You'll find out when you get the game. That's if you do get the game, because I really recommend that you get this game. Again, it's awesome. And we go around here, and oh, by the way, you can see that this staircasey thing that you see in a lot of the series, the rickety bridge. The rickety bridge, we call it. I think I can't remember what that's called. Yeah, it's called the rickety bridge. We'll call it the rickety bridge. You got some outskirts out here. You got some lovely stuff. I don't know what you call that. This is the Grand Hall over here. Hello Grand Hall. That will be visiting in just a second. But yeah, that is the map. You can't fly this broomstick inside the castle, but you can fly it anywhere pretty much outside the castle. I'm gonna use this, and I'm just gonna land right in here as I explore pretty much the first area of this castle. By the way, just to let you know, before we do that, before we give you the grand inside tour, I will say you cannot land on these things here. This is a rooftop. You can't land on rooftops. You have to land on ground. So, yeah, that's why I'm landing on the ground. And otherwise, I'd run across rooftops and everything, which it would probably was called off, because I'd probably try and run around on rooftops and try and, fly around and do magic up there. Anyway, yeah. Oh, by the way, these scenes are amazing. Look, you will get these scenes throughout this episode where you'll see random people doing random magic acts in the middle of I don't know what they're doing, but they're playing with a hat. So there you go. It's a magical hat, probably. Everything's magical. Let's go inside. So we'll start off with the Great Hall. If you go through these doors, you get a lovely little welcoming area of the Great Hall. This is where the headmaster would speak. This is where you'd go. You'd eat loads of food. As you can see, everyone's completely starving hungry, and there's loads of food on the table. So yeah, this is the Hogwarts main hall. This is where you'd get chosen into your house. This is where the teachers would sit, and this is where the headmaster would stand up right here and give a speech out to the entire school. But if we go around to the side here, which is very interesting, we've got some doors. This is a side door. Not really that bothered about that side door. What I'm interested in is this door here, because I don't remember this from the movies. So if you remember this from the movies, there's a little side door now inside this game where you get to go outside. From outside the castle to inside. I don't think that's a thing in the movies. And I thought it was very interesting that these people that made this game, these creators, it's not so much, I don't want to say that they didn't follow the movie's intent, but they kind of designed this castle and added things that you might not see in the movies, because you know, this didn't come out at the same time as the movies, and obviously they can pretty much do what they like, and they've done a pretty good job of not just creating what we saw in the movies, but creating their own version. So they may have tweaked some parts, and they may have kept some parts the same. So any parts that you didn't quite see, they may have tweaked, which is good, which is very cool. So yeah, this won't look exactly like the movies, but they've built this with all the rooms that you'd expect, and I can't wait to show you a lot of the other rooms. Anyway, let's move on to my particular house, which is the Ravenclaw. This one's quite interesting, because normally you're used to Hogwarts, but this is Ravenclaw, and there's actual raven that moves and does a thingy. I don't know, it's like the statue that moves. It's so cool, and it's a raven. It's Ravenclaw, so that would make sense. But yeah, you go up here, you see the common room. Looks beautiful, love it. It's my favorite common room that I've been into so far. Haven't done Hufflepuff, and I haven't done Slytherin, so I only know Gryffindor, and I only know Ravenclaw, and I think Ravenclaw's the best one. But yeah.
What are you up to now?
If you go to the wrong dormitory, these guards will block your access, so you can't go to the wrong dormitory area. But if you go to your own personal, you can go to your personal room, which I think is this one over here, number 5. Yeah, this is your personal room. You can't really do anything inside here, but that would be your bed that you would sleep on, that you'll see in some parts of this game. Anyway, we'll now move on to the next area. So one thing that's very different from the movies, which I absolutely like this is the grand staircase room. And as you can immediately see, the staircases they're very circular, they're spiral, not square. They expand outwards, which is very cool. I like this design for the staircase. I didn't think I'd like this at first, because it doesn't very, it's not very movie-like, but I think that's probably better, because it's the spiral staircase. You run up, and it creates and uncreates as you go to different areas, and I absolutely love this. I'm going up here because I'm going to show you another room in just a second. So yeah, that's this grand staircase room. You kind of get a feel for it like that, so I'm not going to show you too much. I want to kind of cover as much stuff in this video as possible. We'll move into the next portion in just a second. I'm just going to show you all the way to the top. That is all the way to the top. These are all statues. And oh, by the way, yeah, these are all pictures, and all the pictures move. Apart from him. He stays still. That one moves. Anyway, moving on to the next section. And we'll go to this room here, which I don't remember seeing a lot in the movies, but you'll see some things that you recognize. This is kind of the trophy room. But this one's the interesting part. That's the Goblet of Fire that you'll see in the Goblet of Fire movie. It looks very, very much identical. I absolutely love the look of this. This is beautiful. The whole room's beautiful. I love this trophy room. It's really cool. That is a massive cup someone has won. I think you'd be very proud if you won that cup. That's imagine if that was the second place trophy. Imagine what the big one's like. Oh, that'd be interesting. But these are lots of different awards that you can get. Oh, there's some broomsticks on the walls as well. Not as cool as my broomstick. Anyway, moving on to the next section, and I'll go through here. Be very quiet as we go up the stairs. I will skip you over all the way to the other end right now. So this is Dumbledore's, or the Headmaster's office. If you move the camera upwards, you can kind of see the doorway into his office right over there. We can't actually access this, but we do know it's there because that's what we've seen in the movies before. If you expand outwards, you can kind of see a bit more of that, and it's very cool. I think what we can do, by the way, these mirrors here that you'll see about the castle, if you shine a light at them,
Lumos,
they will expand. And yes,
Repair.
we're not really allowed here. This is like, we're not really allowed to be in here as a student. We're trespassing a little bit. There's a door here that I don't know what it does. Well, I'll probably find that out later on. But yeah, that would be the headmaster's office. And throw a few sparks at him. So over here we have a very interesting place. This is the library. This is where people come to study. I actually quite like the look of this. This is very awesome. You get these doors here that lead you in and I think these are the in and out doors. Yes. So you go up here. I won't show you through that door just yet, but this is the library. Oh, and behind here. Yeah, this is the restricted section. We can go through here. We can go down here. We can also, if we want, turn ourselves invisible a little bit. This game gives you a invisibility spell. Or what? Not, it's not quite invisible. It's kind of like blending kind of spells. But yeah, you can kind of see like that's what the game looks like. I don't know what's inside there. That looks creepy. But yeah, loads of books. I'm not quite sure what to say about this particular room, except lots and lots of books. Looks really cool. I will go to the next area as well while I'm in this zone, which is around here. This is kind of the grand, the central hall area. Oh look, get to move around these. Look, there's a dragon up there as well. You get to move around the mermaids. It's really cool. I like this place. But yeah, this is something that I don't really see. I don't think I've seen movies. This is the central hall, and you kind of get to use this area to kind of explore. This will be one of the key areas you'll be running around a lot in this game when you enter in and out the castle. And I absolutely love the fact that they went, you know what we need on the wall? We need a dragon, and they put a dragon on the wall, and just awesome. Again, those pictures. Guy playing lute in a picture, which plays that music, which is very interesting and very cool. Get to go out down that way or down that way. We'll go down this way in a second, but yeah, that's pretty much the central hall. Actually, we'll do this now. This, which I absolutely love, is the Herbology section, the Herbology classrooms. Just go through here and I'll show you. This is where students come to study herbology. Looks amazing. Love this place. I think we can actually go inside one of the classrooms. Yeah, I think it's in this one here on the side. If we can find the entranceway over here. Brilliant. Yep. You can go inside. This is where you can study herbology. No, this is the no, it's the opposite side. This is where you'd come to study herbology, and you'd do these. You do the plant sections. You'd collect that. Why not? And this would be the herbology teacher. I'm probably gonna not talk, but yeah, there you go. There's the that's herbology for you. I'd say they've used the movies for inspiration, but they've just went off a bit on some things. So, for example, like they may have taken this room as inspiration, but then they may have expanded it to do their own creation of things. Like they'll add in a walkway, which you wouldn't have seen in the movie. So it's really cool how they've done certain things, and I love every aspect. It's really cool. Moving on to the next area. Okay, so the next area, as I will take you round through here, through kind of like this. Oh, if you look at the sky, you can kind of see the spacey kind of area, which looks really cool. That's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is the room of requirements, which I'll show you in a second. The room of requirements is where you'll be living. It will be kind of like, once you unlock it, it will be your room, because you can edit this room. You can design it how you like. There's a little elf in here that comes from one of the professors that will kind of like do the edit the room for you. But this will be the room of requirements that you'll see in the movies, or you'll read about in the books. And basically, you can go around here. You can see things that you can interact with things. You can move things around. I haven't really re-edited this room. that much, but you can pretty much, you can move the table if you want to move the table. That, and we can actually change the size, and we can actually move that inside here. And this is your creation room. You can do what you like with this space. It's really cool. And you unlock this room at some point as well, which will go outside here, and you can look after all your pets. Yes, there's an outside inside the room of requirements, which is a bit confusing to say, but that I like. That's cool. Moonstone. The moonstone, that helps you make things. But yeah, there you go. That's the room of requirements. And this is the outdoor of the room of requirements. And you can edit this room how you like. You can do what you like with this. This is kind of like your room. This is where you live the majority of this particular game. And I think there's some extra stuff down here as well. So you get to down here, and there's an extra room you get to edit. And if you want to change the look of this room, and I'll show you that right now, you can interact with this.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Yes, this is Deke the Elf, and you can pretty much change the room to whatever you want to make it look like. I'm going to change it to natural and earthy because I haven't used this one yet. I want to see what this one looks like.
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
Sounds perfect.
And as you go, he will change the room and make it look like how you want it to look. There's a few options. You can make it look dark. You can make it look homey. You can make it look nightfall. I feel like the nighttime one's very Ravenclaw, but personally I like the dayish one because it just makes me feel a bit more day. I haven't tried earthly, and earthly actually looks quite nice. I quite like earthly actually. So yeah, might keep it on for a bit. I don't know what I've got to do with these walls.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Anyway, after a bit of while of trying to break through some of those walls, I will move on to the next area, which will be the Potion Classroom. If you go through here, which I believe, I think you've got to go then through through here. This is the Potion Classroom. This is where you'll be learning your potions. So if you can see, there's loads of stuff bubbling in the thing, and you can pretty much go to here. You can interact with the station, and you can create your own potions. I'll just there's a few potions on here. There's Wiggenweld, Endress, I can never remember it. Maxima, I can never pronounce some of these. Invisibility, Thunderbrew, and Focus. And yeah, if we go up over here, this is Professor Sharp. He will be the guy that teaches you potions. He's writing loads of stuff right now, but yeah, he'll be the potion teacher. He's the classroom teacher for potions. So yeah, there you go. That is the Potion Classroom. I think there's the store. I'm not too sure. Okay, we can't. Okay, there you go. That's the Potions Classroom. Move on to the next classroom. In this next room, we'll be doing the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. This is probably one of my favorites. I feel like they've got a lot of inspiration from the movies for this particular room, because this feels very movie-like more than any of the other rooms in the whole game. Yeah, this is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and there is a dragon on the ceiling. That is very cool. This is where the teacher would come down and teach the classroom. I don't know if we can go into the office. We cannot. That is a level 2 unlock spell, which is, of course, as you know, Alohomora. But yeah, there you go. This is pretty Defense Against the Dark Arts, and this looks super cool. I love this. This is where I remember so many scenes in this movie. I remember loads of scenes in this classroom from the movies, and I feel like this particular room was heavily taken from the movies compared to a lot of the other rooms inside the games, and I think they've done a perfect job on this. This looks amazing. This looks really cool, and this is the teacher. She will be Defense Against the Dark Arts. Anyway, we'll move on to the next area. Okay, so this particular room, which was very much, I believe, taken from the movies, this is the Astronomy Tower, which will go all the way to the top. Of course, you can remember that movie, or you can remember that scene, The Half-Blooded Prince, where the Dumbledore particularly had an accident up here. This looks very movie accurate, and I absolutely love this place. This is the Astronomy Tower. This looks incredible. Oh, by the way, there's a piece of paper here. By the way, if you explore this game and you do Revelio, you get to get these field guides which assist you in the game. And yeah, it looks really cool. I love all this. This is amazing. Chalk stuff down here, and of course there's this bit which I don't want to do too many spoilers for the movies, but there's this bit where you go into here and you get to there's also it's very nice. And I think if I do this, I can light that little thing over there, and I can collect some stuff out of this box. I'm doing the game while I'm doing this video, which is very interesting. But yeah, you get to I love the fact you get to do a lot of these spells and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, this is really cool. Look at this view. Look how cool this view looks. It's a long way down. You'd have time to think about things on the way down there. Anyway, moving on to the next area. And this particular area, which I think is really cool, this is the if you climb up these ladders, this is divination, which is very interesting because I don't remember ladders from the movie. This one's very how they've kind of like taken what they believe this classroom should look like, and I think they've done a very good job.
I'm now, Demi guys.
Oh, there's a moony thing that I can collect, and a globe I can spin, and this is nice. I like how they designed this room. This looks very different from the movies. I like this version better. I like how they've done it. I like how you have to climb a ladder to the classroom. I thought it was very interesting. I think that's very student dangery, in case anyone falls. But this is magic, so you can obviously prepare yourself. But yeah, I like this room, and that's the teacher. If you're doing a lesson here, that's the teacher you'll learn from. Anyway, these are pretty much the divination globes. I don't even know what you call them. The futuristic globes. My character's stuck. I can't move. Now I can. That's cool. Right, brilliant. Divination, love it. Looks really cool. And yeah, there you go. Don't really know what to say about this particular room. It's a very small room. So yeah. Okay, we'll move on to the next area. And I'm sorry I broke it up. Okay, can I break them all? Oh no, I broke all the cups. And if you just ignore the fact we're in the clock tower right now, I will show you the next room that we'll be going to, and then just ignore the hundreds of pictures that are staring at you. We'll go to the next place, which of course, if we go up here, it's actually present. We'll go here, and this will be the hospital ring.
You can't imagine
so if
how
you actually go inside here, you'll be able to see all these people that are hurting. Well, no one's hurting at the moment. Everyone's all good. But yeah, there's a hospital wing. Of course, this is a magic school, so someone might get injured. So if you come here, this is the hospital wing for the actual game, and you get to explore this. And she will be doing all the healing the people. Not quite sure what you say about that, but yeah, there's yeah, this is the hospital wing of the game, and it looks really cool. I like it. There's not really much to add to this particular part, but yeah, oh, there's a thing flying around the room. Lovely. Thank you very much. And I'll grab that and have that in my journal of pages. That is a mission in this game. If you just come out here, and I will just come down to the ground floor. Give me a second. Okay, so we'll just go to the rickety bridge basically right now, and I just want to show you some extra spells that you'll be able to pick up while playing this game. I won't go too many of them. I'll just kind of give you a rough idea. These are your kind of floaty spells right up here. These ones will be your force kind of spells. These ones will be your damage spells. These will be your fighting attacks. These will be kind of your, well, they're called unit utility, but these will be much for stealth. A lot of those, some of these, because this will turn you invisible, kind of, and this will kind of like give you light. These are the transfiguration spells that you'll be able to use for the room requirements. These are interestingly, these are the unforgivable curses that you'll very much well know of if you've watched or read the books. And of course, these ones are pretty much your animal care utilities as well. So yeah, you've pretty much got a lot of spells in here, and you get to choose which ones you want at any time in the game. And yeah, this game again isn't locked in. You're only allowed to explore the castle. I've just shown you pretty much a few rooms inside the castle, so there's a lot more to the castle than just what I've shown you, but that's kind of the basis. Anyway, so if you're not sure if you want to get this game or not, then I hope this video helps you decide. Again, there's a lot of explorable areas around the whole entire game, which is, there's just so much to this, and and it just brings what you've read and watched to life, and I think it is beautiful. Yeah, so there you go. That's the game. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to tell me what you think. Hopefully you like the video, and hopefully you support the channel, and we'll see you guys in another video very soon. That's Hogwarts Legacy. That's the tour of the castle. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye.